Welcome race fans to beautiful Sanford, North Carolina, the home of the world-famous Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex. The best of the best have gathered here today for the ProBad SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals. Coming your way next here on Mud Truck Television. Mud Truck TV is the only show of its kind in the world, strictly dedicated to off-road race competition. The drivers are ready, the cars are tuned, 160 foot of North Carolina dirt. It's all coming your way next, right here on Mud Truck TV. Welcome race fans, and a great day of weather on tap for race action. The SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals underway. Making his way to the line to get us underway, it's Billy Fling and a reality check. Billy Fling, hailing from Ohio, getting ready to do battle with his 160 foot of North Carolina dirt here on Mud Truck Television. These drivers have traveled from all over the United States to see who comes out on top today. Drivers from Pennsylvania, Florida, Virginia, West Virginia, and more. Locked and loaded for great race competition here on today's show. Of course, Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex, one of the premier facilities in the country for extreme off-road race action, and of course the world-famous hill and hole racing as well. Billy Fling, locked and loaded, staged. Looks like it's time to go racing here on Mud Truck Television. Looks like a 2:04.3 to get us underway here. The SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals, courtesy of a reality check, your Mud Truck TV instant replay. On the run, slowing the action down so you can get up close and personal with these cars and drivers. Great view there from the end of track cam. One more time for Billy Fling and reality check. Setting the pace with that 2:04.3 here on Mud Truck Television. That's going to bring up Dan Richter, driving the blown alcohol dirt dragster known as Richter Scale. Dan Richter from the great state of Wisconsin here today. If you'd like to find out more about the show, what we do, log on to mudtrucktv.com. And of course, you can find out all about ProBad, the drivers, the cars, race results, bios, all kinds of fun stuff at probad.com. Dan Richter and Richter Scale, this blown alcohol dirt dragster, just about ready to lay down some serious horsepower on this North Carolina soil. Getting staged, looking for the green light that says, let's go racing. And go racing he does, a 2.156 on the run for Dan Richter and the Richter Scale here on Mud Truck Television, the SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals at Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex, Sanford, North Carolina. Your instant replay on the run for the Richter Scale. The shortest distance between 2 points is, of course, a straight line. The Richter Scale car getting it done today on Mud Truck TV. That's going to bring up Doug Kelly and the Trick or Treat blown alcohol dirt dragster. This is the first pass for this car and the engine. He's got the engine set up nice and fat. The time to beat, of course, that 2:04.3 by Billy Fling. Doug Kelly from the great state of Florida here today on Mud Truck Television. Hang on, here we go. Looks like a 2084 on the pass. The first time for this engine and car. Doug Kelly there in Trick or Treat. The instant replay on the run, chasing that 2043 put down by Billy Fling. That is good enough for second place. Not too bad at all for the Trick or Treat car. Of course, Doug Kelly and the Trick or Treat car running SCS Gearbox products. The best of the best for sure. Let's go down to Gary Baker standing by with Craig Sage, the president of SCS Gearbox, here on Mud Truck Television.
Hey, Brian. I'm here at the SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals, and I've got my friend here, Craig Sage, the president of SCS Gearbox. And Craig, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming out to the race.
Thanks for having us here. We really appreciate the racers here coming out for the SCS All-Star Nationals here at Daryl Jones' Lee County Mud Bog.
Well, it's always a big hit here, and of course every year we've always got your company sponsors one of the All-Star Nationals, and the racers really appreciate all you do for our sport, and not just our sport. It's amazing all of the stuff that you're into. You're into the boats, you're into the truck pulling, you're into the hill and hole, you're into virtually everything.
Yes, we are, Gary. We're into quite a few of those markets. The hill and hole stuff has been really exciting market here that we've been into with our transfer cases. Mm-hmm. And that's Daryl Jones has definitely proved that out with his trucks, with the Scooby trucks.
He sure has.
And we're definitely looking forward to seeing what that area of our business is going to go to.
Well, along with the gearbox, you hear the gearbox folks, but he builds axles, they build hubs, they build, if you got anything performance and you're breaking something, call Craig, and he can talk you into, it might be a specialty piece, but you guys can about make anything.
Yes, we can. We do a lot of specialty items for like land speed record cars, a lot of specialty items for even for corporate, for businesses and stuff like that, for different commercial applications. So yeah, we can just about engineer just about anything as far as that goes.
Well, you've done specialty things for me before, and I'll tell you, everything you guys put out of that shop's awesome. And I've had the privilege of knowing and dealing with your dad back years past, and anything you guys have built from years ago to now is just top notch. And we've got a little piece here called the Zero Reverser.
Yep, this is the Zero Reverser. What it does, when you shift into forwards in this reverser, it actually disengages anything inside, so the only thing spinning is the shafting that goes through it. That saves approximately 60 horsepower over your traditional reversers that still have to spin the reverse gearing inside. So that's been a big improvement for the guys with the naturally aspirated stuff, where they're looking for every ounce of horsepower they can get. This has picked our boat stuff up almost 6 miles an hour with that stuff. So yeah, we've definitely made some big strides in the drag with this transmission.
Well, everything you guys come up with always seems to work excellent. And folks, if you're looking for that edge, you're looking for a little more horsepower, mile an hour, ET, whatever it is, SCS Gearbox. Give them a call. Brian, back to you.
Thank you so much, Gary Baker and Craig Sage. That's going to bring up Jeff Goldizen now in the ground pounder, blown alcohol dirt dragster from the great state of West Virginia. You see Rodney Hawk there on the side, a member of the Goldizen race team, and a great racer himself. I tell you what, you want to see some good action, watch Rodney Hawk as he gets behind the wheel of one of these hill and hole trucks. I guarantee it, you got to hold onto your seat every time he comes to the line. Jeff Goldizen right now getting locked, loaded, staged in the ground pounder. Super horsepower in this dragster, and you are about ready to witness it as he turns it loose here on Mud Truck TV. Oh, a bit sideways, can't quite keep the back wheels down there. 2591 for Jeff Goldizen and the ground pounder. That could have been much worse. He had to backpedal just a bit a couple of times, gets back in the throttle. Wow. I guarantee it, pretty violent inside the cockpit right there in the ground pounder for Jeff Goldizen. Another angle here from the end of track camera. Watch that car twist. Awesome power on display right there. from Jeff Goldizen and the Ground Pounder. The SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals, the best of the best here on Mud Truck Television. Doing battle in North Carolina. That's going to bring up our next competitor, Scott Snarski, and the Paperboy Express. Here on Mud Truck TV with the SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals. Scott Snarski, hailing from the great state of Illinois, here today. All of these drivers, veteran drivers, looking to come out on top. Scott Snarski and the Paperboy Express looking for that sweet spot, as it's known in the industry. The exact spot on the track that will get you down to the other end as quickly as possible and as straight as possible. One of these cars gets out of shape, gets a bit sideways, things can go bad rather quickly. Looks like he's almost set to go racing here on Mud Truck Television. A 2.092 on the pass for Scott Snarski and the Paperboy Express. Again, your Mud Truck Television instant replay here at the SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals. Nice run for Scott Snarski and the Paperboy Express. One more time for the instant replay. That's going to bring up Chris Newton, driving the blown alcohol dirt dragster known as Hostile Projectile. Here at the SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals, ProBad in the house, professional racing organizations, blown alcohol dirt dragsters. Here on Mud Truck Television. Race action from the great state of North Carolina, Sanford, North Carolina, Lee County, Mud Motorsports Complex, as Chris Newton comes to the line. Hang on, race fans. It's Hostile Projectile. Had to backpedal just a bit there. Still a great time, a 2:4.37 on the run for the Hostile Projectile and Chris Newton. Once again, slowing down the action for you. Up close and personal with this blown alcohol dirt dragster fun. 160 feet the distance these cars are traveling. Most of them just over 2 seconds from start to finish. And then back to the right, has to backpedal just a bit. Still a great pass for Chris Newton and Hostile Projectile. That's going to bring up the master himself, Daryl Jones, driving Super Scooby, the owner of the facility here in North Carolina, Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex. A 3:04.7 for Daryl Jones and Super Scooby, the world-famous hill and hole truck. I tell you what, just about any kind of off-road race there is, Super Scooby can compete. Genius ingenuity right there at work for Daryl Jones and Super Scooby on Mud Truck Television, the SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals. One more time, the instant replay from the tower cam view. Daryl Jones and Super Scooby on Mud Truck TV. That's going to bring up our next veteran driver, Dale Ellenberger, the blown alcohol dirt dragster known as Touch of Madness. Crew members making final checks. Of course, the time to beat still. Billy Fling's 2.043. Dale Ellenberger going to see if he can get it done here in the Touch of Madness car on Mud Truck TV. On the Untamed Sports Television Network. Nationwide, race action at its best, Probad and Touch of Madness. Here we go. A 2:032 on the run for the Touch of Madness car. That's going to put him in first place, just ahead of Billy Fling and Reality Check. Once again, the instant replay here on MTTV. Dale Ellenberger taking first place. The SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals. That's going to bring up Mark the Shark Lee. This driver, of course, needs no introduction. World famous for getting the job done, laying down the horsepower, grabbing the track and making it count. Mark the Shark Lee and Time Bandit. Mark hailing from North Carolina, Clayton, North Carolina to be more specific. And again, if you'd like to find out all about the Shark, the Time Bandit, and all of the other drivers as well, log on to Probat.com, professional racing organizations, blown alcohol, dirt dragsters. Of course, you'll always find them here on Mud Truck Television and at MudTruckTV.com. The Shark getting locked and loaded. In the Time Bandit car on Mud Truck TV, looks like we are just about ready. Looking for that green light. It's Mark the Shark Lee and Time Bandit. Hang on to your seats, race fans. It's time to go racing. And what a run, a 1.907 on the pass. That's a brand new national 160-foot record for Mark the Shark Lee. Incredible speed. Nice and straight right there. You see it on the Mud Truck TV instant replay. A brand new national record for 160 feet. Of course, the record was held by the Shark. He just took the record from himself. Wow, what a pass for Mark the Shark Lee and the Time Bandit. That's going to bring up Bob Dunham and Rolling Thunder here on Mud Truck Television and the SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals. Rolling Thunder definitely got his work cut out for him after that run by Mark the Shark Lee. Getting staged up, checking the safety equipment. Of course, safety always the first on top of the list here for these drivers. And of course, Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex, known for being one of the safest facilities in the United States of America, if not the entire world. Safety always a priority. Rolling Thunder looks like he's ready, set to go here on Mud Truck Television. Oh, wow, hooked to the right, big time, up in the guardrail. A 3.108 for Bob Dunham and Rolling Thunder. Check it out, slow motion. Starts out nice and straight, front tires lift up, and then he goes right. Took a pretty hard hit right there on the guardrail. And of course, that's one of the reasons why. Safety on top of the list. Once one of these cars starts to drift one way or the other, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you see right there, things can change real quick. So much horsepower, so much torque being laid down. Tough break for Bob Dunham and Rolling Thunder. Of course, Bob is okay. He'll be back. You can count on that. The SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals at Lee County on Mud Truck TV. Your final results: Mark Lee with that 1.907 takes home first place and the new national record for 160 feet, followed by Ellenberger, Fling, Snarski rounding out the top 5. It's Doug Kelly with that 2.084. More action coming up. Hang on. Welcome back, race fans. What an incredible day of racing today. A 1.907 laid down by Mark the Shark Lee, a brand new national record for 160 feet, getting the job done in the Time Bandit car. Let's go down to Gary Baker, standing by in the pits with the Shark here on Mud Truck Television.
Hey, Brian. I caught up with Mark the Shark Lee, winner of the SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals, setting a new national record. Took it from yourself, Mark, but that was a beautiful pass today.
Yeah, we were tickled with the run, Gary, and there's a lot of competition. The track was great, especially after all the rains we had yesterday. Daryl did a great job getting the track prepared for us, and we were very satisfied with the run.
Well, it really looked good, Mark. That car just laid back, and as people seen on the show, you just set it right down through the middle, and it was beautiful. And our hats are off to Daryl, Deborah, and the crew out here at Lee County. Again, just from the storms we had through, they had this place ready to rock and roll, set another national record. And if you ever get a chance and want to see the best of the best at any type of mud racing, Lee County Motorsports Complex, you need to be there. And from Mark Lee, Gary Baker, thanks for watching us on Untamed Sports. Brian, back to you.
Thank you so much, Gary Baker and Mark the Shark Lee. Congratulations again to Mark the Shark. That brand new record laid down today on the SCS Gearbox All-Star Nationals, coming to you from Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex in Sanford, North Carolina. Find out about this incredible facility and great hill and hole action on the web today. Log on to ncmudracing.net. And of course, while you're lounging around the house looking to find out more about the sport, be sure to hit the website probad.com. You can find out all about professional racing organizations, blown alcohol, dirt dragsters, also the drivers, and get your hands on some cool merchandise as well. Check on your favorite event dates, read about past race news, gather up stats on your favorite race or your driver, race results, and more. All under one roof, online at probad.com. And of course, you can always log on to our website, mudtrucktv.com. Find out more about the television show, go backstage at your favorite event, upload your favorite race action photos, get product reviews, free music videos, free games, and more. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The website's always waiting for you. Log on today at mudtrucktv.com. Once again, race fans, we here at Mud Truck TV would like to thank you for logging on and tuning in to show your support for the sport. These drivers work long and hard hours on these amazing blown alcohol dirt dragsters to entertain race fans across America and to enjoy their love of racing.